Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make these cute little designer series paper bows. These are so sweet and are perfect to go on the top of any little package. And to make our bows, you're going to need a 1/16 inch hole punch, a large brad, some snail adhesive, a 6x12 piece of designer series paper, and a paper cutter. And the way we're going to cut our paper is we need to cut 1-inch strips. And we're going to start out by cutting 8 1x6-inch paper strips. Okay, now that I have my 8 paper strips cut, I'm going to take my paper and turn it into a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to cut another 1-inch strip, and this will be a 1x4 strip. Okay, and then I'm going to take my paper out and turn it again 90 degrees, and I'm going to cut this into 4 1x5 strips. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to create our petals for our bow. And I am actually going to flip these over and do the reverse side. And you can do alternating patterns, but I'm going to start with just one pattern and place adhesive on each of the strips of paper. And the way you form your petals is, our adhesive is down here, is you take your strip of paper and you fold it in half, but before you stick it down you twist it over. You see that again, you fold it and you twist it, and then you stick the paper together like this, and then you'll see this end is formed a point, and then this end it's overlapping kind of at an angle. And you'll do this with all 8 pieces. Okay, now I have all 8 of my 1x6 pieces of paper formed into petals. I'm going to begin on my 1x5 strips of paper, and we'll do this exactly the same way. We'll put adhesive on each one, and then we'll fold them into a petal. And like I said, these are the same, they're just a little bit smaller when they're finished. And for our 1x4 strip of paper, what we're going to do is we're actually going, rather than form it into a petal, we're just going to make this one into a loop. Like so. And then we're going to take our 1/16 inch hole punch. We're going to punch a hole right in the center. Now for each of our petals, we're going to punch a hole approximately a 1/4 inch up from the edge. You don't have to be perfect, just punch a hole. And you'll do this for all 12 of your petals. Okay, now that we have all 12 of our petals punched with the 1/16 inch hole punch, we're going to take a large brad. You don't want to use a small brad because you need the longer prongs. We're going to feed this through the inside of our loop. to where the prongs are actually sticking out on the outside, like as such. And then we're going to start assembling our petals by simply sticking them right onto the brad. And each layer will have 4 petals, and we're going to do 3 total layers. And you'll notice that I've got my thumb in the loop, and I'm pressing down on the brad head so that I can arrange my petals. Now for layer 2, you're going to position them to where they're actually in between the petals from layer 1. Okay, now I've got layer 2 done. I'm going to begin working on layer 3. Now layer 3 is actually going to line up with layer 1 like such. Once you have all of your petals on, you simply fold the backs of your prongs down. Now the way you'll adhere this to your package is you'll just use a large pop-up glue dot in the back, and then you'll just stick it to your package. And once they're together, you can play with the position of each of the petals and get them lined up just how you want. But that's it. That's how easy it is to make these adorable paper bows. And I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to show you a couple of the other ones that I've made. Here's one using some raspberry tart paper. And here's one, actually I alternated. I used some of the petals on one side of the designer paper, and then for the other layer of petals, I actually flipped it over before creating my petals. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just let us know. Thanks for watching.